Hello and welcome to Pride of Sunderland Fan TV. Ali here, bringing you my review of the game at Selhurst Park between Palace and Chelsea, which of course finished 3-1 to Chelsea. A very bitter pill to swallow. I'm just walking back, almost home, on my way back from Selhurst Park, but a bitter pill to swallow tonight. You could say we were unlucky not to get anything there because there were lots of positives, but I don't think you can. I think you reap what you sow, and we were very naive. You've got to see those games out. But let's go through the usual features. Roy's rating, man of the match. And look, I'm not going to be too critical of Roy tonight. I don't want him to be our manager. I wanted him gone after the first Brighton game, let alone the one last week. But he's here, so I judge him on what he's done tonight. And I give him a 6. I think the team selection was better and more positive in the sense, really, the main one is Francois over Schlupp, and that yielded benefits. I thought Francois had a very good game. And listen, the one thing that I will say in terms of Roy Hodgson, I will give him some praise here, is he does get the best out of those young attacking players. I know he's misused Elise in terms of injuries, but that was his big thing when he came back in for Vieira. He started to get the best out of Elise and Eze. And listen, I agree that Francois should have been playing more. He should have had more minutes, but it's obvious that Roy's been working at him. And Roy's been saying he's been trying to get him up to speed, and off the ball he was very good tonight. But the thing that I noticed most about Francois tonight was his aggression. He's very up to speed now with the aggression of the English game, and but the caveat now is that Roy must keep using him. I don't want to see Schlupp back on that left-hand side ever again. But yeah, real positives in terms of Francois, and the other positives are obviously Wharton. Great home debut. He looks not just tasty in a tackle, but very good on the ball. And then Lerma's goal, what an unbelievable goal. One of those moments at Selhurst where it feels like it's in slow-mo as it's going into the net. Brilliant moment. We're 1-0 against Chelsea. And we see it through to half-time. And you've got to say, really, that Roy's team selection is vindicated at that point. Come out second half, and the game's not starting. In my head, I'm thinking this isn't good because we were ready to go. We were ready to go second half. Everyone was pumped. And look, I'm not going to use it as an excuse. It's a lame excuse. It's the same for both teams. And the marking of Conor Gallagher, inevitable, wasn't it, was very, very poor. And both goals, because the third goal felt like an accessory, an extra, because the game was gone and we just poured everything forward by that point. But both Gallagher's goals were very, very naive. The second one in particular just felt like if ever there was a time for a tactical foul, it was then. Just someone pull him down. But someone made a good point to me on social media that Lerma was on a yellow card, so maybe that impacted it. The only kind of criticism I'm going to give Roy tonight is I'm not sure Ahamada was the right sub, and I feel that's quite ironic given we've all been calling for him to use these young players like Ahamada and Francois. But when you're trying to cling on to a game, and I must admit, I thought we did very well after it went to 1-1 to really get back in the game. You know, Francois had a great shot and could have gone 2-1 up, but it's 10 minutes ago I'm thinking, let's get out of this with a point at least. Like, Luton have lost, Everton have lost. That's a good weekend. There's lots of positives to take from this game. And I don't know if Ahamada was a sub to make. I think, I don't know what Ozo's got to do. I really don't. He would have been the one I would have brought on. And I'll get stick for this, but for me, I don't know why Schlupp's suddenly discounted as a central midfielder. It's been used on the left all season, but I think Schlupp, even in the central midfield, would have given us Schlupp in the central midfield would have given us a little bit more solidity, actually. I know I'll get stick for that than Ahamada. It felt like an ill-judged sub again, really, from Roy, but I don't want to go too harsh on him tonight because there was a lot of positives. And I don't think tonight's the night to go at Roy. My feelings on Roy, as I said, are that he should have gone a long time ago, but he's here. Some people saying that they'll think he'll go after tonight. No way. Like, he survived the Arsenal game. He survived a humiliation at our rivals Brighton. He's not going after that. When actually, I think given the context of the game, there was a lot of pressure. There were more banners at the start of the game. Some of them were caught on my YouTube shorts. Check those out. I've got a lost count of how many there were, to be honest. But I think the fans were brilliant tonight. Made the point with the banners at the start of the game and got behind the team, which was never in doubt, by the way. Some of these people on social media, and including our own manager, by the way, urging the fans to stay behind the team, that's never in doubt. We've kept behind the team through some horrific performances all season. And that's not been in doubt. You know, the banners at Arsenal came when the game was gone. The fans got frustrated at the end of the game against Brighton when the players came over and Anderson tried to talk to them, which probably was ill-advised. And the fans have been behind the team all season. So that was never in doubt. And I think the players fed off that. They realised we were behind them. But to be fair to the players and Roy and his team section, they gave us something to get behind tonight. So we've got to use this as a springboard now. We've got to dust ourselves off. And this is where I finish, really. Do you take a point at Everton? For me, I would. I think a draw at Everton, it's a must-not-lose game. The caveat to that is you nick a point at Everton or take a point at Everton, and then you got to beat Burnley, and then we're on something like 28 points. And I think it's got to be the aim. We cannot lose to Everton, or we really are sucked into this relegation battle. And that's the disappointing thing tonight. It feels like we're still in there. A point, given Luton's defeat, given Everton losing, would have felt great. But it wasn't to be tonight. Man of the match for me, toss up between Wharton and Lerma. I'll go for Lerma because of the goal. Let me know your man of the match. Let me know your thoughts on the Everton game. Do we take a point? Or for me, we just go with the same lineup. And I think if you go with the same lineup, with the positivity of Francois, we could get a win. But it's a must not lose. Anyway, really, really disappointing night. Conor Gallagher. Listen, I in the game, I wasn't that many boos, but I don't understand why anyone would boo Gallagher, over this. I know there's been a game at Stamford Bridge where he was diving around and stuff, but that's just him. When he was doing it for us, we loved him for it. And he gave us so much in that loan spell, but jumping in, bit too much for me. Felt a little bit like Ian Wright kissing the badge, didn't it? Although he wasn't the one who actually flew in. But yeah, maybe that's it. Definitely over now, the Gallagher love affair. And we come away with no points. So let me know your thoughts. Man of the match for me, man of the match for me, Lerma. Let me know yours. Everton. Would you just take a point and get the hell out of there? Let me know in the comments below. And as always, if you like this video, press the subscribe button. Check out, there'll be some stuff on YouTube Shorts tonight. Great atmosphere tonight. As always, if you've liked this video, press the subscribe button.